Okay, guys, listen, I'm finna do something a little different, so just bear with me for a minute. First of all, we serve an amazing, amazing God. Okay, so for those that you may not know, that my son, Lil Travis, the one, he'll be 14 on Halloween. That's the one that has autism. So, months ago or whatever, we was like in transition with trying to move or whatever, and then we started homeschooling him, and then he was going to Lake City Middle School for band, and he was really loving it or whatever. But every week we was like either in a different hotel or different Airbnb or something, and so it just got kind of crazy or whatever. So we finally had moved into our house, was getting settled, and but by that time we had to stop homeschooling Travis and put him in school or whatever. So right now he's going to this new school, and it's very new. I'm not saying anything bad about the school because I I'm learning still as I go, so I can't formulate an opinion right now. I'm just very watchful, prayerful, whatever. But anyway, I jumped on real quick because I wanted to tell you this. So Travis been at this school now for probably about 3-4 weeks, give or take or whatever. And at first he struggled really, really bad. Like he was like, Mama, I don't want to go to school. Don't nobody talk to me. The kids, nobody sit with me at lunch. And I could see the frustration. I could see the hurt, you know, that he was feeling. I'm trying not to get emotional, sorry. And as a parent with a child with special needs or whatever, whenever you send them out into the world, people try to tell you this how you should feel or this is what it is. And if you don't live in that world, there's so many different emotions that come with it. And so what we started doing every morning, I was like, listen, we are going to pray every morning. Every morning we're going to pray. So for like 3 weeks, every morning we get up and pray. We get in the truck, we do our morning prayer. And like one time I forgot to pray, and we got halfway down the road. He was like, Mom, you forgot to pray. I'm like, you know what, you're right. So we turned the radio down and whatever, we began to pray. So this morning, right, and I normally ask him like every day when I pick him up, like, hey, Bob, how was your day? Like, he'll be like, same, or, nobody still talk to me, or, something like that. So, I try to reassure him, like, listen, it's going to be okay. Try different techniques. Like when you go to school, find kids that might like the things that you like and start a conversation with that or whatever. So he was like, okay. So this morning, right, same routine, get in the truck, we do our prayer. So I just asked him, I was like, Travis, can I ask you something? He was like, yes. And for those that don't know about autism, their kids are they're very literal. So for him, when he says yes, he does not see that as a sign of disrespect because I answer you. So, if you're around us and I say Travis, he'll say yes. And it's no disrespect because, we're still trying to make sure he understands yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. It's a sign of respect, whatever. And he does genuinely try hard to practice it. So anyway, so this morning I was like, but do you think the prayers are working? And he was like, he kind of looked at me, and I said, all gloves off. You can be brutal honest. It won't hurt my feelings. It won't make me feel bad. And he said, no, I don't think it's working. I said, okay. I said, that's okay. You have the right to feel that. And I understand it might not feel like it's working. I said, but let's just keep continuing to pray until we see, some type of change. So he said, well, yesterday, there was a little bit of a good day. It was a little better. And I said, okay. I said, well, I tell you what, we're going to take the small victories, right? And that's what I want to encourage you this morning. Take the small victories. I know you might be asking God for the impossible. I know you might be asking God to do this grand thing, but take the small victories. And the Lord dropped that in my spirit. Mama shiere rebe. He kandorobo robo shi amamasi andobo. The Lord dropped that in my spirit this morning. And he said, remind the people, take the small victories. Because if I give you everything at once, you won't appreciate it. But if you can see my hand in the small things, I'm building your faith. When I tell you, after I dropped them off, I cried. I cried because, for one, the Lord ministered to my heart with that. That was one. But for two, I just thank God that my son is able to recognize small victories. So today, people of God, take the small victories. It might not look like what you want it to look right now. Take the small victories. God bless you.